So today we're talking about The Lord of the Flies and the symbols and synopsises of chapter 1 and 2. So in the first chapter, the boys represent inexperience. They're thrust into the wild, into nature. They show purity. They have no knowledge of living in the forest. So in the beginning of the book, specifically, Ralph isn't particularly extremely nice to Piggy. He's quite mean, actually, and I found mostly because Piggy was like fat and slow and not physically capable to do the things that everyone else was. Like, he has asthma, he's weak. So no one wants to be allies or friends, especially in a place where being fit and healthy is a main thing. And Piggy's not, obviously. So Piggy's desperate in trying to win Ralph's friendship and affection. So that really made him seem more desperate for attention and desperate for made him seem more weak. So however, Piggy's fat and smart, but he's smart. So he's got good ideas, like blowing the conch to have a meeting to see if there's any other boys on the island. Things like that, really. So, in the first meeting, Piggy is teased by Jack, and the other boys just kind of go along with it because they don't want to seem weak, so that they get shunned like Piggy. Like how I said earlier, he's seen as more weak, and not as good, really. So, at this point in the book, you can tell which all the characters represent. Like, Ralph is civilization. He is called to order. He wants laws and order of regime. Like, he is really trying to make it like as normal as possible. Jack, however, is savagery because he's desperate to kill and hunt and all of the things that you would particularly like assemble with savagery. And Simon, he's the one who, like, first chapter, so he was fainting. He's more, right now he's a minor character, but I found he seemed more of like a spiritual, like he's always dreaming and he's often doing his own thing in La La Land, but that's a little bit later in the book. No spoilers, no spoilers. So when Jack finds the pig in the first chapter, she's caught up in all these vines and stuff, and he pulls out a pocket knife and goes to kill her. So Jack thinks he's a little too civilized yet to kill this pig, but he vows next time that he's going to kill it, and that's how it's like. He claims he's embarrassed. He wants to be the hunter that he says he is. Now, however much of an asshole Jack is, he still does have feelings. Like, he's embarrassed. Like, Ralph, the chief there, just beat him out. So he wants to prove that he is who he says he is, that he's as strong and as brave as he's claiming he is. So after he sees the pig, he like vows that he's gonna kill the pig, and so that kind of shows his desire to kill and his desire to use savagery as more of a way of life. So in chapter 2, Ralph finally makes the law of you hold the conch to speak, and that's more of a civilized thing. Jack is on board with that law because Jack likes punishment. With laws comes punishment. Like, if you do this, you're going to jail in today's society. But if you break the rule, then they're going to have to find some sort of punishment for you. So in this chapter, also, the beast is first mentioned by a small boy, and he's everyone else just, like, the older kids dismiss it as a dream, as a fantasy, and blah blah blah, but the younger ones, they're all scared. They're all freaked out. So Jack uses the beast as something to make himself look more powerful, look more strong and brave. He tells the little kid, the beast isn't real, but if it is, the hunters and I, we're gonna kill it. So, like, they're a little more at ease now, knowing that someone is looking out for this beast. So, the boys, Ralph says that we need a fire, because with fire comes rescue. So they go up to this, like, cliff or whatever, and they start a fire. So they set fire to the entire island, and Piggy is furious. He gives them so much hell. And they come to the realization that the boy who mentioned the beast is missing. Oh shit. I find that this symbolizes more of, like, you have to get work done before you have fun and stuff. Considering that the boys thought lighting the fire was more of a fun event, Piggy is saying, no, we should have got the shelters done first. Everyone's arguing. Piggy's right. The boys know that Piggy's right. But they're still, like, bullying him anyways. Just because he's Piggy, he's the weakest. So, yeah, stay tuned for chapter 3 and 4. Like and subscribe. And leave a comment in the comments section.